What if I told you that the most powerful part of Mike Tyson's incredible journey wasn't his knockout punches, but the relentless resilience he showed after every fall? What if I told you that the key to his success wasn't just raw talent or fame, but his ability to rise after the hardest of setbacks? Tyson's journey proves that the path to greatness is not smooth. It's filled with failures, doubts, and struggles. But what if I told you that every setback he faced became the very fuel that propelled him forward? Imagine living a life where every challenge is seen as an opportunity. Every failure is a stepping stone to greatness. Stick with me, because today we'll explore how Tyson's incredible journey is not just about boxing. It's about overcoming your darkest moments and using them to reach the highest peaks of success. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your best life is not about finding the right moment or waiting for things to get easier, but about taking full responsibility for your actions? What if I told you that everything happening in your life, both good and bad, is a result of the decisions you've made? Most people go through life feeling as though they're at the mercy of circumstances, blaming their environment, past, or other people for their struggles. But what if I told you that the moment you stop blaming others is the moment you take control of your future? Imagine this: you stop complaining about what's wrong in your life. You stop waiting for someone or something to change for you to feel happy, successful, or fulfilled. What if you made the decision to own your choices, actions, and consequences? The truth is, the power to change everything lies in your ability to take responsibility. Once you embrace this, you no longer wait for life to happen to you. You start creating the life you want. What if I told you that taking responsibility is empowering, not burdensome? By owning where you are today, you realize that you have the power to change it. Every setback, every failure becomes an opportunity for growth and improvement. The moment you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as the creator of your reality, everything begins to shift. What if this very moment is your chance to stop playing small, to stop making excuses, and to step into the power of creating your own destiny? Your future starts now, and it starts with the choice to take full responsibility for your life. What if I told you that the reason you're not living your fullest potential is because you're holding on to old beliefs and limitations that no longer serve you? What if I told you that the most powerful thing you could do right now is to let go of those self-imposed limitations and embrace the possibility that you can be and do more than you ever imagined? Most people live their entire lives trapped by limiting beliefs, the stories they tell themselves about who they are, what they can do, and what they deserve. But what if I told you that these beliefs are not the truth? They're just stories you've been conditioned to believe. Imagine this: what if you could break free from everything that's holding you back? What if the only thing standing in the way of your dream life is the belief that you can't achieve it? The truth is, the only limits that exist are the ones you've created in your mind. What if the moment you choose to challenge those beliefs, your entire reality shifts? You're not bound by your past, by your mistakes, or by the labels others have placed on you. You are limitless, and the moment you decide to break free from those limiting beliefs is the moment you step into a life you never thought possible. What if I told you that you have the power to change your beliefs and in doing so change your entire life? The moment you challenge your own assumptions about what's possible for you, the world opens up. What if today was the day you decided to let go of your limitations and started creating a future that matches your true potential? What if I told you that everything you've ever wanted is already within you, but you've been waiting for the wrong thing to unlock it? What if I told you that the key to living with power, purpose, and fulfillment isn't about seeking more, but about learning to tap into the energy that's already inside you? Most people go through life feeling drained, overwhelmed, and stuck, thinking they need more time, more money, or more opportunities. But what if I told you that everything you need to succeed is already within your grasp, and the only thing standing in your way is your inability to generate and harness your own energy? Imagine waking up every day feeling like you have the energy and drive to conquer anything that comes your way. What if the key to unlocking that limitless energy is not about external motivation or perfect circumstances, but about creating that energy from within? The truth is, your energy is your greatest resource. The more you act, the more energy you generate. The more you show up for yourself, the more your drive expands. What if, instead of waiting for motivation to strike, you could learn to create your own motivation by simply taking action? What if I told you that the most successful people are the ones who have learned how to tap into their internal power, creating energy rather than waiting for it? They don't need external validation. They don't wait for life to give them the perfect moment. They decide to take action, and with each step, they build momentum and energy. What if you could unlock that power too, simply by choosing to take that first step right now? What if I told you that the biggest obstacle standing between you and the life you've always wanted isn't your circumstances or your environment, but your fear of uncertainty? What if I told you that the very thing you've been running from, fear, is actually the key to unlocking your potential? Most people live their lives avoiding fear, seeking comfort, and waiting for the perfect conditions before taking action. But what if I told you that true growth happens only when you step into the unknown? Fear isn't something to avoid, it's a signal that you're about to experience something big. Imagine this, you have a goal, a dream, something you want to achieve, but the thought of failing, of uncertainty, holds you back. What if you could take that fear and turn it into your fuel? What if instead of being paralyzed by fear, you embraced it and used it to push yourself forward, knowing that the more uncomfortable you get, the more you grow? The truth is, fear doesn't stop you from succeeding. Your resistance to it does. What if I told you that the most successful people are the ones who feel fear and do it anyway? They know that the path to greatness isn't a smooth, fear-free journey. It's a journey that's full of uncertainty, obstacles, and setbacks. But instead of backing down, they push through, knowing that on the other side of fear lies the life they've always dreamed of. What if you could start today, step into that fear, and embrace the uncertainty? The key to your success, your breakthrough, and your growth is waiting on the other side of your comfort zone, and it starts with your willingness to face fear head on. What if you stopped avoiding it and used it to unlock your next level? What if I told you that the secret to living your best life isn't about finding the perfect career, the perfect relationship, or the perfect circumstances, but about reconnecting with your purpose? What if I told you that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external achievements, but from knowing who you are and what you stand for? Most people go through life chasing after the wrong things, believing that success is measured by what they can get or what they can achieve. But what if I told you that the most powerful thing you can do is to reconnect with what truly matters to you and align your life with that purpose? Imagine waking up every day, not feeling lost or uncertain, but knowing exactly why you're here and what you're working towards. What if every decision, every action you take is driven by a clear and powerful purpose that gives you energy, focus, and direction? The truth is, when you have a purpose that drives you, nothing can stop you. It fuels your passion, guides your decisions, and gives you the resilience to face anything that comes your way. What if I told you that the path to true success isn't about having more or doing more, but about becoming more aligned with your true self? When you live in alignment with your purpose, everything else follows naturally. You don't have to struggle because you're not chasing something outside of yourself. You're living in harmony with who you are meant to be. What if today you made the decision to reconnect with your purpose, to stop chasing the wrong things and start living for what truly matters? Your best life is waiting, and it starts with your commitment to purpose. What if the key to everything you've been searching for is already within you, just waiting to be rediscovered? What if I told you that the greatest obstacle standing between you and your dreams isn't your lack of time, money, or opportunities, but your fear of taking massive action? What if I told you that the moment you decide to move, to act decisively, everything in your life will begin to shift? Most people spend their lives stuck in limbo, waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, or the perfect set of circumstances. But what if I told you that the perfect moment will never come? The moment you've been waiting for is right now, and it all begins with the decision to take massive action. Imagine this. You have a vision, a dream, something you've always wanted, but you've been hesitating, afraid of failure or uncertainty. What if the only thing standing between you and that dream is the courage to act? Taking massive action doesn't mean having all the answers or a perfect plan. It means committing to doing something, anything that moves you forward, even if it's messy or imperfect. The truth is, action creates momentum, and momentum is the key to unlocking everything you've ever wanted. What if I told you that those who succeed aren't the ones who wait for the stars to align, but the ones who take action despite the uncertainty? They don't let fear stop them. They use it to fuel their drive. What if today you made the decision to stop waiting for everything to be perfect and just start? The moment you begin, you gain the momentum you need to keep moving, to keep growing, to keep evolving. What if I told you that everything you've been searching for is within your reach, just waiting for you to take that first step? The key to your success is simple. Start now, take action, and watch as the world begins to shift in your favor. What are you waiting for? The time is now. As we wrap up, remember this: the key to unlocking your dreams is not waiting for the perfect time or the right circumstances to appear. It's about taking massive action, moving forward despite uncertainty, and creating momentum that will propel you towards your goals. Your future starts with what you choose to do today, and the moment you decide to act, you open the door to limitless possibilities. Good luck as you take that first step towards the life you've always wanted. You have everything you need inside of you. You just need to act on it. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your commitment to making a change. Now go out there, take action, and watch as everything begins to unfold for you. The time is now. Make it happen.